Greetings, my fellow tradecrafters. Welcome to this episode of Tradecraft Solutions. I'm Robert Donovan. As the thumbnail suggests, in addition to the 40K challenge I referred to in my last video, I have also been attempting the Fiverr's Summer Plan Challenge, which is a free plan. You don't get paid for it while you're taking the challenge, but you don't have to pay unless you pass. Since I want to be fully transparent with my trading on this channel, I will unflinchingly show you my mistakes so that we may all learn from them, as well as my successes so that I may gloat over them. In this case, I seriously misinterpreted the rules of the challenge, but more on that shortly. I had wanted this video to be about showing you a new way to increase lot size for a challenge based on dollars to max loss rather than a trading recap, as this one is, but there are a lot of no-nonsense Forex traders and other end-of-day trend-following traders out there who need to know this if they happen to be taking the Fiverr's Summer Plan Challenge. If you are a scalper like somebody, over on VVS Trade Connect or one of the people who is affiliated with Blake over there, nothing against them, I just don't happen to trade that way, or maybe somebody like Emily over at Mindfully Trading, this will probably not affect you if you are taking the Summer Plan Challenge. But for those of us who trade longer-term trends, this challenge has a pitfall you need to be aware of because it did not occur to me, and it may not occur to others. The video on the increasing lot size by max loss will be released in a few more days. I'm probably going to shoot that one either right along with or right after this one. I will also be putting up the next video in the debt reduction series that I had to stop production on in 2020 thanks to the bug of unknown origin that shall not be named. So let's recap. I signed up for the Fiverr's Summer Plan in mid-June, and I got a little bit busy unexpectedly, so it took me a couple of weeks to get it all set up and running. The first trade was a short EUR USD trade on June 28th, 2021, as you see here at 1926, with a first tranche profit target at 1.1859, which was hit on June 30. So far, so good. Just the way I like to start a challenge, in fact. Now, the reason I'm able to show you this in detail is that the $10,000 account for the $40,000 challenge and the $25,000 account for the $100,000 Summer Plan Challenge, I'm using the same strategy on both accounts. The account for the Summer Plan has been disabled, so I can't show you trade history or anything else, but since they're the same, they will be the same on both accounts. Well, as we go here, I moved the stop to the second tranche to break even, as all no-nonsense Forex traders and most scale-out traders will be familiar with, and commenced to let profits run, as one does when the market goes your way. Well, at this point, I had been planning to take a couple of extra trades, but again, I got a little busy and just decided to manage this one EUR USD trade. I was just getting started. I did have bigger plans for this account, which will now never come to fruition, apparently. And until things got a little less hectic, I was just going to, for the now, just going to do this one EUR USD trade and add a few more later on. And since this account had no time limit on it to pass, I was not in any rush and had an open trade, so the account was active, or so I thought. Now, at this point, I want to point out a couple of rules for this challenge as they are written on the Fiverr's website. Okay, so note this here. No minimum number of trades or minimum trading days. It's free. There's no time limit to hit the profit targets and pip targets, and you pay only if you pass. The challenge is free to enter, which is why I'm not as upset about this as I might be if I had been charged for it. And down here you'll see it says that accounts without activity for 21 days will be closed. This was the one I screwed up on, and I have a suggestion for the Fivers if they do something like this again to avoid confusion in the future. Or shall we say, not confusion, but I wasn't confused, I misunderstood. So to avoid misunderstandings in the future. Okay, so back to the trade. As it happened, this EUR USD trade continued to go my way. I kept trailing the stop every few days to lock in more profit. I had moved the trailing stop all the way down from the opening at 1.1926 all the way down to 1.1824 on July 21st, 2021, as you see here. And on July 22nd, 2021, I opened my email to find this. It was an account expiration notice informing me that my account had been disabled for inactivity. I was a bit baffled that an account with an open trade running had been considered inactive, and as you see here, I replied to that effect to receive the next day what really kind of feels like a mailbot form letter response. I'm not sure that it was, but that's what it felt. That's what it sounds like. So it seems that a trader who fails to open at least one new trade every 21 days, regardless of how many trades they may already have open, is considered inactive. This, I have to say, strikes me as ludicrous. For those of you who speak English as a second language, that means silly, hilarious, ridiculous. Those would be applicable synonyms. I can understand if there had been no trades and no new trades taken. In other words, the account was flat for 21 days. Yeah, that's legit inactive. I can see that. But if you got an open trade and are regularly moving a trailing stop on it, that is how you manage an open profit, folks, by sitting still, letting the market go your way, and trailing a stop to protect accumulated profits, not by taking new trades just for the sake of trading. Now, the Fivers can run a challenge any way they want. It is, after all, their platform, and perhaps I am wrong in interpreting the term inactivity the way I did, but I would suggest, Fivers, that if you're going to effectively require a new trade to be opened every 21 days, kindly state that explicitly, that accounts that fail to open a trade, at least one trade every 21 days, will be closed. Or, if you're going to say accounts without activity for 21 days will be closed, as you have here, at least define precisely what the term inactivity means in the context of a challenge. And I'm sorry, but I doubt that anybody who has an account with one or more open trades in which they're moving the trailing stops regularly, but may not be taking new trades, I have to say that I think few traders, professional or otherwise, would refer to that as an inactive account. I've emailed a response to this effect. We'll see what happens. But seriously, folks, you manage an open profit by letting the market go your way and not arguing with it, which is what I was doing. They're calling that an inactive account. I may not be taking new trades, but that's not inactive. You're moving your stops. That's a trade actively being managed. You're just not taking new trades. So there you have it, my fellow trade crafters. I may just be totally experiencing cognitive dissonance here. I would like to know what you think. Am I totally out to lunch in my thinking on this, or do you think that an account with one or more open trades should be considered inactive if all you're doing is letting profits run and moving your stops in, particularly in an account which says there's no minimum number of trades you need to pass? Let me know in the comments below, and may the balance of your day be awesome.